Hey there, thank you for joining me for this Apres ski mobility class. We'll get into some foot massage, ankle, knee, hip mobility, and some side body opening. So all you really need are your hands, some blocks, a blanket, or a towel. We'll start with a foot massage. Get into a comfortable position and take your hands and get ready to rub your feet. So I like to take my thumbs to the undersurface of the foot and my fingers to the top and work on this action of pushing my thumbs into my foot and trying to peel the bottom of the foot open, like making it wider. So go ahead and put your thumbs into your foot and the fingers on the tops of your hands and just think about peeling. And I'm using my whole thumb to the heel, really, of my thumb. Peeling the foot apart, peeling the foot apart, peeling the foot apart, pushing my fingers into the top of my foot while I'm spreading the bottom of my foot with my thumbs and the heels of my hands. Good, good. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to feel good. Yep. And then take your fingers, especially your thumbs, and start to find the heel, and then find the top of the heel and start to walk your fingers from the heel. And you could walk or slide your finger from the heel up the long metatarsal bone to the big toe knuckle, and then back down. Heel up the metatarsal bone to the second and the third toes. Heel from the top of the heel up the metatarsal bones to the fourth and the fifth toes. And now I'll use my other hand. So we do this because our feet are in ski boots all day. The ski boots are like the most rigid thing our feet could be in. Feet are really designed to move with every step and every movement we take. There's so many tiny bones and joints in our feet, and all they want to do is move to support us. Okay, you've done that massage work. Let's do some stretching of our toes. Take your left hand, interlace your left hand into your toes. Each finger goes in between a toe. Once you're there, go as deep as you can with your fingers, and then we're going to open and close our fingers to spread our toes. And so when those bones and those joints in the feet don't get the movement that they want for a long day of skiing, they get pretty locked up. It's not great for our proprioception or balance position sense, and it's not great for how responsive the muscles are in our feet. The more responsive the muscles are in our feet, the more we can really support ourselves and acclimate to the environment with active, responsive feet. Now we'll close our fingers over our feet and extend our toes back and flex them forward 5 times. Stretch the toes back and forward 5 times. So I think after a day of being in the boot, 2 more. It's really imperative, non-negotiable to do some foot love, just like this. Okay, last thing, 5 ankle circles in each direction. 2, doesn't have to be specific, just has to be mobility, moving those feet. 4, 5, other direction, 1, 2, counterclockwise now or clockwise, whichever direction is the opposite from what you just did. Good, just let it go. That's it, right foot done. That's all it takes. But it's so invaluable to the health of your feet to do that and to spend that time. Left foot, thumbs, in and across, in and across, in and across. Fingers push into the top of the foot to help spread that foot across, the bottom of the foot across. Good. Doesn't have to be specific, but it does have to feel good. And by doing this, you're also bringing some hydration, new nutrition to all those cells. You're bringing mobility to the bones that have been locked up in those boots all day. So healthy. Good. Okay. Thumbs from heel, slide up that metatarsal to the knuckle of the big toe. Slide up the metatarsals to the knuckles of the second and the third toes. Slide up the metatarsals to the knuckles of the fourth and fifth toes. Good. Interlace the right fingers into between the toes. Now, I'm going to tell you, one foot does not feel as good as the other for me, and that might be possible for you as well. Once you're in there, open and close your fingers. Good. A couple more of these. If it hurts, don't go into the pain. Just say hello to it. Take a deep breath, but don't make yourself hurt, okay? The more you do this, the more you do it with consistency, the better it will feel over time. One more, please. Good, and then close your fingers over. Stretch your toes back and forward. Back and forward. 3. Good. Feels really good. 5, good. Last little bit, supporting my shin. 5 ankle circles. 1, 2, 3. If everybody in the world who'd spent the day skiing did this afterward, I guarantee there'd be a lot less shin, foot, knee pain in skiers. 1, 2. Tell your friends. 2. We're going the other direction. 3, 4, 5. That's it. You're done. Good. Done with that part. All right. Let's do some stretching for the foot, ankle, knees. You'll want your blanket close by. I like to take mine pretty folded high because we're going to do something called a half hero pose. So the left foot's going to be tucked under me. The right foot's going to be extended in front. I'm going to use the blanket to put under my right pelvis so I don't fall off to the side. And then here I am pushing the pinky knuckle into the mat and the big toe knuckle into the mat as equally as I can, but maybe they don't reach, but I don't want to be shifted or sickled to one side of my foot. And then I'm going to walk my hands back. I'm going to lift my pubic bone. I'm going to think about lifting my pubic bone toward my chin almost into like a posterior pelvic tilt. And I'm going to think about reaching my knee out of my hip socket so I get some length through the quad and the hip flexor. Leaning slightly back and opening the chest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more like that. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Start to walk your hands forward. Let your pelvis settle. Shift your body weight off of the blanket. Bend your knees. Shift your left knee back slightly. Toes are tucked now on the left. And if you need, you can have your blocks. We're going to do a little bit of a runner stretch. So with the runner stretch, I'm on my left knee. I can sit back slightly, flex my right foot, reach the ball of my foot forward, not sickling in or out. And then pulling my right hip back like crazy. So getting a nice hamstring and calf stretch here. Trying not to shift my weight to the left. So see if you can stay evenly balanced. If you need to, you can pad up under your left knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. And just to set up for the other side. So we'll take that blanket or towel. We'll place it underneath the left hip. We'll extend the left leg out. The right foot's tucked under for that half hero pose. Make sure that right knee doesn't sickle its way out to the right. Walk your hands back, fingers pointing away from you. Think about lifting the pubic bone to the chin and reaching your right knee out of the socket to open through the quad and the hip flexor. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in slow and breathe out slow. Runner stretch. Walk your hands forward. Blanket comes off to the side, blocks to the front. Move your body forward and readjust. Maybe bring that right knee back slightly. Flex your left foot, set your blocks up alongside your calf maybe. And then try to make sure you're not shifting all your weight to the right, but you're pretty centered. Flex the left foot, no sickling. Pull the left hip back. Try to stay flat in your back, not rounded. I almost like to think about pushing my hands into the block and pulling my chest through the window of the blocks or the window of my arms to really create space in my spine. Like if my spine was a slinky, I would be pulling it open as I pull my left hip back. One more slow inhale and exhale. So good. Slowly release that. Step your left leg back. Take your hands off the blocks. Push your blocks off to the side. Meet me in sitting with your legs in front of you. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Flex your left foot. Push your left knee away. Try not to bring your right hip closer to your right shoulder, no side bending, and keep that pelvis level. Now, if this isn't enough of a glute stretch, you can walk your right foot in, or you can walk your chest to your left knee. If you feel like the sensation is enough, then just stay there for 2 slow inhales and exhales, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, walk your right foot forward a hair and just start to shift the package of your legs side to side. Over to the left, over to the right, over to the left, over to the right. Helps to bring a little bit more ease to the low back, to the hips, to the pelvis. See if you can release any gripping or tension in your low back as you're doing this. Good. And then straighten that right leg completely. Come to sit. Bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Sit up tall on your pelvis. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Turn your chest to the left. Lean your right hand down to the inner border of the right foot, and then reach your left arm up and overhead. Reach the hands away from the ribs. Breathe into the left rib cage and imagine each breath expands your rib cage like an accordion. Slowly come back out of that stretch. Position yourself so that you can bend your knees, cross your right ankle over your left knee, flex your right foot. Try to stay symmetrical on the position of your pelvis. Walk the left knee in slightly, and if you still need more stretch, press the chest toward the shin. 2 slow breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Taking the time to focus on the passage of air in and out will help the muscles soften the tension that they're holding from the day. So try to make that happen. Walk that back slightly so your left foot shifts forward. And then just take those gentle side to side, almost windshield wiper reaction with the package of your legs. Just try to stay super relaxed in your low back. Shifting side to side gently. One more. Good. And then lastly, we'll take that left leg out to the side. The right foot pushing into the inner left thigh. Arms to the ceiling. Good. Twist your rib cage to the right. Left arm to the inner border of the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Reach your hands out of your rib cage. Take a slow inhale. And a slow exhale. One more. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Slowly make your way up. Slowly make your way onto your back. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Lift your hips up and shift them 2 inches to the left, and then place your pelvis back down. Allow your knees to roll to the right. Take your right foot and place it on the outer left thigh. Use your right foot to pull your left thigh toward the right, but also to think about pulling your left thigh out of the leg socket to lengthen out the left side waist. And then open your arms out to the side like a T. And direct 3 slow, deep breaths into the back of the left rib cage. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be easy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. So slowly, release that. Uncross the legs. Bring them back to center. Push down into your feet. Lift your pelvis up. Shift it 2 inches now to the right. Place it back down. Let your knees roll to the left. Take the left ankle, cross it over the outer right thigh, and press the right thigh down toward the left and extend, pull, lengthen the right thigh out of the right socket. Arms still like a T. 3 slow breaths into the back of the right rib cage. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. There's your Apres mobility for you skiers. I hope you enjoyed class. You can hug your knees gently to your chest. And I hope you do it every day after you ski. Have a great time next time you go out there. Thanks for joining me.